everybody, Mrs. Wenzel here again. Let's get started with a high five, or a hug, or a hustle. All right, this is density week, and density is my favorite physical property of materials. And density just means how tightly packed in something is. So I have a small demonstration for you today. I'm going to start with this little cup of beads. All right, so there's my cup of beads, and they're packed in pretty tightly. Same amount of beads. They are not packed in as tightly. They are less dense now. And lastly, same amount of beads, but not packed in tightly at all. Less dense. All right, the cool thing about density is that everything has density, right? So we can do some really cool experiments with density. Today we are going to experiment with the density of some different liquids. So I'm going to start with this fancy cup, and I'm going to pour, this is just water with some food coloring in it. I tried to make it a pretty color. It didn't work. I'm no Mrs. Gangarella. All right, and so I'm going to make a mess and pour some of that liquid into that fancy cup. And it went right to the bottom because water is more dense than air. It sank through the air. All right, next, I'm going to take some of this blue dish liquid, and you can use whatever dish liquid you like. I would just suggest it be a different color than your water. So I'm going to pour a bunch of that in here, and it's going down, sinking because it is more dense than the water. And if I lift it up, you can see it makes two very distinct layers. And then the last thing I'm going to do here is take this corn syrup. Corn syrup, I wonder if it's more dense or less dense than my other two liquids here. I'm going to pour that down. This is not a dessert to eat, my friends, all right, even though it looks really yummy. All right, so let's see, do I have 3 layers? Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. All right, people, I'm going to mix it up. Just give it a little mix here, see what happens. Little mix, and I want to see what happens. Items of different densities will sink back to their original places. So the most dense is the corn syrup, middle dense is the dish liquid, and the top, the lightest density, is the water. All right, stay tuned this whole week for more cool density experiments. All right, God loves you, so do I. Be a nice human.